Alright, I'll just start this over, I guess. And hope it doesn't just continue exactly where I was. Let's try this again. All right. Testing, testing, testing. Well, you can clearly hear the fan in the background, but whatever. Okay, it does start at the beginning. Good.
Ow. This happens every time. There's gotta be a better way.
Yuma, it appears we are witnesses to a historical moment.
Huh?
I never would have imagined discovering an advanced civilization underneath Kanai Ward. There must be treasures sought by adventurers deep inside. Oh, if I had known this was here, I would have brought along a whip and hat.
Ah, reference.
Fibukee? We're not underneath Kanai Ward.
I don't know why he bothers telling them. They're just gonna forget again.
That's it!
Huh?
This is exactly the adventure I've been seeking. Hidden treasure inside a labyrinth. Traps blocking our way. Dangerous monsters. This labyrinth is the adventure I was born to take on.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Does she really not get it? Well, that figures. So, you must be the god of darkness possessing Yuma. You got it all wrong. I'm not the god of darkness. I'm the god of death.
She's like our guide for the mystery labyrinth.
Right. If you defy me, I'll abandon you here. I see. You're the guide to hell that dwells in the labyrinth. So you are the god of darkness. Then you are plotting to interfere with us. I will not yield to you.
She doesn't get it at all.
It's like she's not listening. This is why I hate naive, sheltered skanks. Naive? Sheltered? Calling me a skank is one thing.
Calling me a skank is one thing.
Yuma, I swear I shall conquer this labyrinth.
Okay.
I cannot abide this vulgar god of darkness
That's your priority?
Fibukee, please, calm down.
Anyway, Master, let's do it again. We've got to put on a fiercer display than ever before for the sheltered skank. Fiercer than usual?
Fibukee, just a heads up. Please don't take anything you're about to see in a weird way.
Master, are you ready to give your other life?
Yeah, she's sheltered.
For the truth?
I am.
The God of Darkness was concealing a weapon all along! And yet, Yuma, you have disarmed the God of Darkness and stolen her weapon!
Oh my god.
Master, we don't have time to deal with this. Just chop her up with the solution blade.
Absolutely not!
Here, I set out the solution keys for you. You are smuggling that many keys on you? You must be a serial burglar, God of Darkness. Your crimes are far worse than I first imagined. Seriously, you're such a dumb, sheltered skank. How do you hope to clear the mystery labyrinth like this? You called me sheltered again.
There, calm down.
I refuse. I do not like conflict, but I will not stand idly by while being insulted.
Damn right,
For
Fibukee.
the honor of the Glugford family name, I must fight.
She just punches Shinigami.
Give me a break.
Now, let's unravel this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth. I will not lose to the God of Darkness. I will conquer this labyrinth sealed in shadow and find the hidden treasure deep within.
This doesn't look very promising.
Oh no, this is great.
I can see numbers.
It looks like a countdown.
Alright, time to sit here and wait. Oh,
I told you 1,000,000 times. The mystery labyrinth is the materialized form of the piece from the real world. Maybe this is a recreation of the countdown timer that caused you such a headache.
You mean the bomb? Then the timer reaches zero.
It'll go kaboom! And the whole mystery labyrinth will be blown to smithereens!
What's funny about that?
Did you set up the bomb in this labyrinth? I see. A dirty trick. Befitting the God of Darkness. Yuma, we must hurry. If we take too much time, the labyrinth will collapse, along with the treasure inside. Let us make all haste to obtain the treasure and escape via waterfall out of the destroyed dungeon.
Wait! It's not safe! Jeez. It's too dangerous for Fibukee to go alone. Well, maybe not. She could use her ability in an emergency.
Oh, I should let you know. Porties can't be used in here.
Huh? Really?
That sheltered skank is just tagging along inside the mystery labyrinth. She won't be able to use her abilities.
Oh, now I'm worried. Let's hurry after her.
I was gonna make a joke with the timer and be like, well, time to sit here and wait for the timer to run out and see what happens. Where the hell? Whoop. It is, it's Fibukee. Fibukee, what are you doing?
Fibukee? Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
Those are cues. It's a materialized mystery. Ah! She's already buried beneath them.
Oh, another round oddity over here?
I love how we are in the realm of darkness. Like, Sora and Riku were probably hanging out right over there.
A phantom.
Found you. You're a terrorist, bomber, murderer, and a maggot who doesn't deserve to live. You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
I didn't do it. When I got to the room, Shachi was already dead.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals. How horrifying. So these are the Labyrinth's monsters? You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our
Oh
path?
my god.
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you moon kill these things. Let us do it, Yuma. Hey, Dominic. You're good at doing laundry, right?
Fold them.
Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
I can't wait for the whatever that new one is, the hundreds or whatever. Because then you're going to be able to actually fight. Oh, she's just a tiny little pixie. Okay.
Just infinite. Investigating Shachi on the hideout's roof.
Alright. Security camera footage of the emergency stairs. No one but Yuma is shown. There was only one gunshot. Yuma was in the middle of the stairwell at the time. Okay, so that's what I have to...
Not terrible. You just been an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse. All to make it look like a suicide. With no witnesses up there.
It's not that. Okay. Doesn't count as a witness. The security camera doesn't count as a witness? There weren't any witnesses on the roof, so there's no contradiction there, right? I'm still thinking about that solution key. You were on the stairs when the gunshot rang out, weren't you, Master?
That's right.
With this evidence, I can deny I shot Shachi.
Just infinite. Investigating Shachi on the hideout's roof. This is the truth.
Allow me to cut through those words.
No, I'm not the one who shot him. I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off. The security footage proves it.
Goodbye.
The monsters retreated.
It's such a weird pacing in these mystery labyrinths. There's like the bosses show up and they're like, haha, we're gonna stop you now. It's like, you killed him. No, I didn't. Look, there's security camera footage. Fuck, bye.
Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer.
Oh, well, we've got her respect.
As a sign of my respect, can I call you the Warrior of Light?
This isn't Final Fantasy.
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's get going.
Should probably read through all the solution keys.
By the way, Yuma, why were they...
Okay. Parallel gunshot wound. The gunshot wound on Shachi's body. The bullet passed through his right temple and traveled in an almost completely parallel trajectory, exiting the left side of his head. There are high voltage lines between the two buildings, and touching them in the rain would be dangerous. With that in mind, riding a hot air balloon to the neighboring building would be impossible. When Shachi's body was found, there was an explosion in the parking lot below the building. It created a large hole in the wall of the hideout. It is unknown whether or not this explosion was related to Shachi's death. A revolver-style handgun. Contrary to standard models, this firearm cylinder swings out to the right side. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in the cylinder, only one had an empty casing. At the time of Shachi's discovery, because the muzzle was still hot and smelled of gunpowder, it is presumed this gun was used. The surveillance camera set up at the entrance of the emergency stairs. It points at the stairs and did not record anything that occurred on the roof. But the footage can be checked to see if anyone used the emergency stairs. However, since Yuma did not encounter anyone while climbing the stairs himself, it is unlikely someone related to Shachi's death will be in the recordings. There are fresh wounds open at both temples. They appear to be the cause of death. According to Shinigami, there is no doubt this was a gunshot wound. There is a gun in Shachi's right hand. Yeah, in Shachi's right hand, but he was a lefty. The rooftop crime scene is about 20 meters above ground. It would be difficult to jump down from here. There are no ledges to stand on, and there is no sign a rope was used either. An exterior lock that's open from the roof side. The key was left in the keyhole. Since the peacekeepers were on the other side of the door, it seems unlikely that someone entered or exited through here after the gunshot. The Resistance made a fake request to Yuma, which led to him setting up bombs across Kanai Ward. However, they also prepared a method to defuse the bombs, which they shared with him. And despite knowing it would back them into a corner, they still made a criminal declaration. Their actions seem to be inconsistent. What is the Resistance's true purpose? Marunamon District was so severely flooded that the water level reached the second floor of buildings. It appears the cause of the flooding has not been resolved yet. Icardi used to be a competitive swimmer. If it's a sport that involves diving into water, he's likely good at it. Servon is good at mechanical tinkering of all kinds. He specializes in security devices, but he also knows how to make bombs. A classmate once played a prank on Servon by pushing him into an irrigation channel, which caused him to nearly drown. Miraculously, he survived, but was in critical condition for 3 days. Since then, the traumatic experience continues to give him flashbacks. Security footage from Margolaw's shop. He was talking to a customer at the time of the crime. Shachi's gun was specially designed and assembled by Irika. The safe was only recently brought to the hideout, and only the Resistance leaders know how to open it. Shachi, Icardi, Servon, Iruka, and Margolaw. Iruka used to be a competitive shooter who could handle pistols, sniping, clay shooting, rifles, and more. She and Shachi often trained with firearms together. Security footage of the emergency stairs. Despite checking the footage before and after the incident, no one but Yuma is shown. There was only one gunshot. Yuma was in the middle of the stairwell at the time. Shachi had time to run away, but he stayed on the roof. It's unknown why he stayed. Kanai Ward's hydroelectric power plant that harnesses falling rain. They say it's a clean, green energy source. The system gathers rainwater throughout the city and drains it to the power plant. The same kind of safe as the one found at the Resistance hideout. A sturdy safe used in important facilities in Marunamon District, including the bank. It has the latest time-delayed lock. After operating the dial, it does not open unless you wait exactly 5 minutes. Its airtight properties cause it to float on water, since the air inside cannot escape. The flooding around the power plant is thought to have been caused by 2 accidents. First was the drainage channel that draws rainwater from Marnamon District collapsed. It seems there was a separate explosion at the channel at the same time the phone booth exploded. Second was the valve that adjusts the amount of water going into the power plant malfunctioned. There was a reservoir upstream from the plant where the water used for power generation is adjusted, and the valve there was locked open. This caused water to keep flowing. It's hard to believe these 2 accidents occurring at the same time is a coincidence. It's likely they were intentional. The water on the other side of the door is exerting too much pressure for it to open.
They accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fibukee, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
I was seen under incriminating circumstances. Not only was I a suspected
I like how
terrorist,
it's
I
flooded.
was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does
It's
sound
getting
like
really
suspicious,
flooded.
Yuma. Things would go much easier if you just confess.
I told you I didn't do it!
Oh shit.
Whoa, what's happening?
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something out quick.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
Whoop.
Come on, Master, concentrate.
Fibukee!
This way!
Fubukee's just like spitting around in the water.
Quite the surprise.
Oh,
Fibukee, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
jump on it. Jump on
We
it.
should be fine. Come on, Fibukee! What's wrong? You need to jump over here!
I am not very good at physical activity. I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Fibukee, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
Very well. I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
Fibukee!
Time. Okay. I thought it was gonna be a quick time event.
Close.
Why didn't she just use her time powers?
Come on, keep going. Thank you, Yuma. Something is off. I attempted to rewind time.
Oh right, she can't use her forte in the labyrinth.
About that, you can't use your abilities while inside the mystery lab.
Is this the work of the god of darkness? Her frightening power has sealed away my forte? So you finally noticed.
I wish you quit trying to make things worse.
When your precious power's gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth. Now stay put and keep out of trouble. Hindrance? About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his own gun, right?
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot, and I could smell gunpowder. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty shell. Which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding.
Because either that or it was 2 gunshots that were perfectly timed. Which seems highly unlikely. Well,
Fibukee?
I am entrance. What? Still thinking about that? You should have known that already. You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve. So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
hey, Yuma, this would be a good time for you to speak up.
Fibukee, are you okay?
I'm fine. I can stand on my own. Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
You don't have to worry about it. If anything stands in our way, we'll work together to overcome it.
No, this is something I must do on my own. I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Clockford family. Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
Playing? But you're always like this.
I am curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma? You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You gave me that title, Fibukee.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too. In contrast, I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time. And my only merit is useless here.
Don't beat yourself up, Fibukee.
Too bad, so sad. You're not gonna make it through here. You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out. Master, help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat.
Alright. Gun being designed by Ruka and Parallel.
A friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snatch Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice would have gone over to you. You planted it in Shachi's hand. That was your very best plan.
Ah, I tried to duck.
Where was the shot taken? There's one spot where the shot could have been made.
Yeah, it's here.
You shot from the roof of the building next door.
Couldn't have been, because it was Parallel. And the other roof is higher, so it would have been at an angle. So unless his head was tilted.
The neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop. But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle. But the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal. Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
Okay, bye. You answered one question. I guess I'm screwed for now. Bye.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle
Yeah.
at the time of impact. But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
True.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide. If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
Yeah.
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
But why wouldn't they just call it a suicide?
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness. Huh? Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide. Assuredly? And what are you basing that on?
If you say it's a suicide, then it's clearly a homicide.
If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him. And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
He wasn't cornered.
That actually makes sense.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten him.
So it must be a homicide. No! Suicide! Homicide! Suicide!
Accident. Like, does that mean
Two doors?
if they're insisting it's a homicide, they'd want to cover it up and call it a suicide if they could. Meaning, is there a third way? I can't think of one except for like accident. Because like you either kill yourself, or someone else kills you, or it was an accident. But what would they care if it was an accident? They'd just be like, yeah, he shot himself by accident. Whoops. Something doesn't add up.
The letters are written in blood. Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers? And it illuminates this cursed labyrinth? Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
Sure, that's fine. Let's focus on this problem. Is this a suicide or a homicide? We need to narrow it down now.
It is clearly a homicide. Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide!
Alright, do you guys have reasoning?
Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide! It is clearly a homicide.
I guess I have to pick one or the other. It is weird that they would claim it's a homicide when they could easily call it a suicide. Why would they want to cover up that it's a suicide? But I feel like they're calling it a homicide just so that they can blame Yuma and get Yuma out of the way.
Right here!
Like they saw their chance to get Yuma
I'm sure
gone.
this is the right way.
I knew it! This case had to be a homicide. If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right? But Master, you were on the emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers were behind the door. Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You better explain yourself. Very well, I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet.
Shit, I guess it is a suicide?
We're trapped!
Oh no! The wolves!
What's the reasoning behind it being a homicide?
Come on, spit it out. The mystery labyrinth won't wait forever, you know. I know, but... Yuma!
If it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue left behind the crime scene. If I can just remember something.
Oh, like this? Here.
What is
Look
this?
at the scene.
Is this a friggin' like it's a Tomb Raider inventory screen?
This should be easy enough. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Master.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide hidden here.
We do not have much time. Please hurry, Yuma.
There must be something suspicious, something that stands out. There has to be a clue. I have to find it.
What is the reason behind it being a homicide? The umbrella.
Wait, what if I use the umbrella?
What will you do with that?
I can
Oh wait, no, it's the gun.
use it like a rod for a brace.
I see. Oh wait, how will that stop editing? Could you put that creativity
Yeah, it's the gun.
to better use, please? Serious, Master.
It's the gun.
I know it's this. This has to be related to the murder.
Because the gun was put in the wrong hand. Because he's a lefty.
Oh, the wall stopped. Looks like it's the right one.
I just like jumped on like
That is the
another
gun that fired the fatal shot, right?
tangent.
But how can you determine it was a homicide?
I love how the camera just zooms in on her every time. I was thinking like the umbrella is a gun or the umbrella got shoved through his head or something. But yeah, no, it's the gun. The gun was in the wrong hand.
There's something unique about this gun. A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left, but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how you even noticed it. You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
God damn, how long is my title gonna be at the
Not
end?
even longer. Oh well, anyway. This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
Yeah, because he's a lefty.
Jump shot Beezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place.
No, but the wall stopped, so you're on the right track. God damn it, Yuma.
It's happening again!
Of course. You haven't solved the mystery itself. Yuma, over there!
Shoot it.
Could you try shooting it with the gun?
Yeah, I'm no marksman mystery labyrinth. If this gun is the answer... Huh? It's not a bit...
If you can't shoot it, then you're still missing something.
Something? Do you mean like why I think this gun is out of place? I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out.
Wait, Yuma? Did you solve it?
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place?
Because he's a lefty.
Are you saying you need my help to solve this?
No.
Oh, fun. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out one bit. Here we go! Lay it all out!
All right, throw Shinigami in the barrel. Then you can tell Shachi's dominant hand is his. It's his left. You got nothing on the Miku Miku game.
That's it! It's because he was left-handed!
Does that mean that if Yuma had tried firing it with his left hand, it would have worked?
The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand. If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way. Which means Shachi is left-handed.
I am not left-handed. Shachi had a specially designed gun because he was left-handed. Oh yeah, he even like waved with his left hand and stuff. The clues were all there. Oop.
Look! The exit! You did it, Yuma!
Oh, it worked.
All thanks to Yuma's turn. No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction. What? But we don't be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist. I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand. Sure, say what you want. Anyway, let's hurry. Countdown is still going.
I wonder. Okay.
Right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
We're so close to figuring out this mystery. Let's hurry it up, Master.
Yeah, got it.
What?
The God of Darkness helped us. This must be some sort of trap. Just leave it to yours truly. Unlike that sheltered skank, I came through with that sweet assist. Dominic doesn't even fucking fit.
Alrighty, we're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You wanna know why? Because the homicide route ends here. That Shachi terrorist committed suicide. After all. Right, Dominic?
kept insisting it was a homicide earlier. But now you're going with the suicide theory?
These monsters are cheaters! Maybe they're cheaters because they're monsters. Are you defending the monsters? Curse you, God of Darkness, Queen of Monsters! I'm not defending them. I can't even follow this whole monsters and God of Darkness story you have going.
Now's not the time to be fighting!
All right. Oh, I have no truth bullets. Oh, it's repel. Right. Maybe that repels the thing.
My flame doesn't hold up! No! Shachi didn't commit suicide! All the evidence points to the contrary!
Well, not all the
You know you're
others.
super annoying, right? Fine. I'll crush you like a bug.
Here we go. Shachi is left-handed.
What if the gun was designed for the left hand? You can still shoot yourself. Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
No. Wait, so he shot himself with his dominant hand and then switched the gun to his other hand?
Shachi was left-handed, but he was found dead with the gun in his right hand. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand. Which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. This death was a setup. It's a homicide.
You managed once again to slay the monsters. That confirms it. The homicide route was the correct one. Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here. Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side. No! It cannot be! Could this be an illusion she conjured forth? You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Let's carry on for now.
Oop. Stairs? Oh. Oh. Boat. Hi. Whoever you are, you're definitely not Sora.
The culprit made a pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed. Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
Huh. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use? Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
Maybe the gun was a gift.
A gift? From whom?
Ruka.
A woman named Iruka manages the Resistance's weapons. She was the one who designed it.
Gifting a gun is so romantic. adventurer's heart.
It does?
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Oh shit. Where did the culprit shoot the victim from?
The location where the culprit shot Shachi.
Yep.
Har har.
Even if this case is a homicide, that's still a mystery. But if you know it was in fact a homicide, then the answer has to be here. I have no idea what it could be, but I am confident that you can discover the answer. For you are he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior like Yuma.
How long is my name going to get?
You had to have been shot from the roof of the hideout. Because it can't be inside the hideout because the door was locked. It can't be the roof of the building next door because the gun was in his hand. So it had to have been up close and personal. If only I could turn around. Roof of the hideout. It's the only option.
Right here!
That was the right answer, but if he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
What's up? Just playing the
Culprit
game.
placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide. That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
Got ribs baking in the oven. Gonna have ribs for dinner tonight. Going out on a little excursion tomorrow. What's up with you? Also, are we in like Scala at Gylem? I half expect to like see Xehanort pop up. Nice, I love ribs. Me too. They're not spare ribs. They're barbecue ribs. Yeah.
But Yuma,
Is the picnic happening after all?
nobody was there when you arrived.
No, the picnic. Let me check and see if they ever end up doing anything with it, because it wasn't. Picnic got canceled. They said due to unforeseen circumstances. Sorry, circumstances beyond my control. They couldn't do it. We had someone who was who works for the town that was gonna go and see if they could set up, and they are not allowed to. They're not allowed to have open flames, I guess. Which is, I guess, important for the picnic. But I already took the day off and used holiday time for it. So I'm gonna use it. So my sister and I are going to go up to an arcade. Get some pizza for lunch, maybe. And just go hang out at an arcade that we've been meaning to go to for about 4 years now. Just had the farewell party for my direct coworker. Pretty bummed out. We made our group and worked together for a full year. I'm bad at goodbyes. But you're good at dancing. Lame. Yeah. They're like, no open flames allowed. And it's like, I was bummed about it. But one dude got really fucking pissed. He's like, why would you wait until the week of to cancel it? And then with no explanation. Don't you realize that some people have put like time aside and spent money on food? I'm like, dude, I'm bummed about it, but I'm not bitching. I got costumes. I built the costumes. I got food. I got stuff to transport the food. I got bus tickets that I can't refund. I took time off from work. I set everything up. But you don't see me like bitching and complaining.
That's what we have to figure out now. When I heard the shots, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Where could the murderer have gone?
The roof next door. They went through this door.
This is...
That sucks, dude. Can you hang out in the town there anyway? We can, but my sister says absolutely not. She doesn't want to, because it is a bustling fucking city. It's Boston. It's a bustling fucking city. We'll end up getting mugged. There's not much to do down there if you don't already have plans down there. I'm like, I already have the tickets. We can go down to Boston, just hang out for the day. And she's like, no. I do not want to go to Boston if I can help it. I'm like, I don't blame you. Plus, she's gone to Boston with her friends a couple times and does not like it much. She's Bostoned out.
We're back at the crime scene.
Follow the culprit's escape route.
Follow the culprit's escape.
Look for something to do there.
You need to escape
I looked.
the same way the culprit did after committing the crime.
You really want to see Boston someday? Well, come visit and I'll take you to Boston. I like Boston. Emergency stairs, the door, the neighboring building, rooftop edge. Yeah, I think they went to the neighboring building.
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building? Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon? The culprit must be quite the adventurous thrill-seeker.
Can't be much worse than Rotterdam
High voltage lines
Museum
were
or something. Yeah, there's a Museum of Science. But again, she does not want to go there.
So, the culprit is not an adventurer?
And we would be
You're
about...
disappointed about?
Let me do the math. Calculator app. Measurements. Length. Miles. Kilometers. We'd be about 24 kilometers from the museum with the bus tickets that I have that I can't refund. Go with your grandma. She will not. She does not leave the house very much. Like, when she leaves the house, it's to go outside to her garden. She has almost become a complete shut-in because she is such a paranoid wreck. Go with Venom. There you go, Venom. Meow, meow. You and I can go to a museum. Oh, I could take you to the aquarium. You can look at all the fish and jump in the water. I guess they jumped off the building.
Though it is fairly high, would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto.
There's the linked
Plus,
ledge.
from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed. Is it easier to imagine that the criminals simply went back inside through this door?
Couldn't have, because of the key.
No, that's impossible. At the time of the incidents, the peacekeepers were on the other side of it.
I see.
Metro station is fucking creepy at night. Yeah.
They would have been apprehended by those peacekeepers. Well, it's safe to say this wasn't the escape route.
Can't wait for the metro, but that won't be much better. Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you go on the metro, you gotta have someone with you. So I guess the stairs?
Ah, so the culprit escaped via the emergency stairs. As the culprit was in a state of emergency, it is only natural that they would make use of emergency stairs. Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him. What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not? I mean, when the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are killing me here. Yet again, you called me sheltered. Hey, I'm just telling it like it is. Sheltered there, sheltered there. You're sheltered in a skank. I've never even seen a shelter, let alone been in one. Skank is acceptable, but sheltered crosses the line. Please stop calling me that. Well, had enough.
I don't know if the culprit realized I was there. The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around.
Yeah, if the culprit wouldn't have realized that you were there, they wouldn't have tried to hide it.
Escaped from here.
Yuma. This is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
And yet, we can't figure out how the culprit got off the rooftop.
Hysterical.
This isn't funny. At this rate, we'll run out of time.
What are we supposed to do? There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the Mystery Labyrinth. Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews? This isn't an attraction at some theme park. Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your
4
job
more
and
minutes.
find him? A god of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness.
Wow.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a stupid sheltered skank that's completely useless. You called me sheltered again? How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes... Seriously, are you dead? Quiet, please. Head on right. When are you gonna start being useful? I feel much better. Together already. Just how many insults did you try to hurl at me? Anyway, yes, that is obvious. I'm not it's because my colleagues useless in the mystery labyrinth.
Incoherent screaming.
The culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow. But how? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene.
They used the umbrella and jumped off the building, and the umbrella slowed their fall.
Nothing was there. What if the culprit destroyed evidence?
What? Destroyed evidence? And leave it to yours truly. I'll wring it out of your mind, Master.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around. So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
Does this mean when? Does this mean when the peacekeepers got up? If so, then we need this.
The culprit was gone by the time I discovered the body. It's likely that evidence was already destroyed. So if I'm going to recreate it, then it has to be earlier than that.
So it's when Shachi got up there. How would she recreate that?
Shachi first called me up to the rooftop.
Oh!
The culprit wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare it to when I found the corpse.
The first time we met.
Ready? Leave it to me.
What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here? Are you all right, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm going to pass out.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse.
There it is.
If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around. Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
But I'll hurry.
I was thinking maybe it was like there was a secret passage behind this poster and someone shot through it.
When I found the body, the key was still in the keyhole, and the peacekeepers were on the other side of the door. So there isn't anything different about the door either. It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of. There's nothing of note on this side of the wall. What is that? A storm drain? Has that always been there? Oh right, the explosion. The explosion that happened right after I found the body must have buried it in rubble.
They cover up their
So the
escape
drain
route.
was covered after a mysterious explosion.
The drain was buried in rubble from the explosion that happened right after the body was found. Alright, that's it.
Find anything, Master?
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Where they jumped into the storm drain?
You did it, Yuma!
Mystery phantoms!
Chirp, 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 chirp. I was curious what all the tweeting was about. You're still fantasizing about all this nonsense? He committed suicide. There's nobody to pursue. After all, there's no place a culprit could run to. No one can run
are you safely on the metro?
What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shakti committed suicide.
I
A maggot. There is no other culprit. No one could have left that rooftop.
That claim doesn't hold up! No, there is a culprit! There's a way to escape from the roof, too!
Ugh, such a drag. You're still talking about that? What a downer!
Your claim doesn't hold up. Allow me to cut through those words.
The culprit had to be on the roof if it's not suicide. So where did the culprit go? You can't escape through the roof door. You can't escape down the emergency stairs. Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time? All impossible! There's simply no place to run.
The storm drain.
Through this mystery!
Hold it. Objection.
No, there is a way out. The drain directly below the rooftop.
Don't let any shady statements slip
Oh.
by.
Mystery phantoms will ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answer you think is right. Okay.
The drain? Now, what's that got to do with green from the roof? How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
They invited their allies to the drain.
This, I'll expose the truth.
They dove into the drain. Oh, shit.
That's right. The culprit dove into the drain from the roof.
Shit. I know who it was.
That was the culprit's escape route.
It was Bacardi. Really? Bacardi. Icardi. The Dragon Quest looking dude. The swimmer.
They disappeared.
Him. Member of the Resistance looking to overthrow Amaterasu Corporation. He has a slim, muscular build of an excellent swimmer. He works as a courier for the Resistance. He doesn't seem very interested in people, and for better or worse, doesn't involve himself with others. His talent is swimming. And we have a solution key that says that he used to be a competitive swimmer. If it's a sport that involves diving into water, he's likely good at it.
But to leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
Yes, Bacardi the beverage,
wasn't sure
because he's
about
a
that as well.
tall drink of water.
If the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, So naturally, the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It's a good thing he's got good aim.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way.
He's just like... They're like, what could have happened? Shachi's dead. It looks like a suicide. Oh my god, Bacardi's like a fucking puddle on the ground.
So the culprit used a bomb to
This guy in the bathroom who looks like Hugh Jackman. Oh, he left.
Evidence up there.
Maybe it was Hugh Jackman.
Why? We defeated these monsters already.
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
Yes.
I have to jump from up here? And now more drains have suddenly appeared. What is happening?
Had to pick the right drain. He was... Oh. He was POC, huh? What is Fibukee doing? Who's capable of committing this crime? A resistance leader. I forgot they're all leaders.
We actually made it.
I felt as if my heart would jump out of my chest. But we managed to get down.
It's not over yet. Look over there.
Well,
Looks like all the suspects are here.
Must we fight all of them? Even Yuma cannot face 4 foes at once. They fled!
We better chase after them.
Chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain the culprit is among them?
you spin me right and round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Either steal it from the safe or get it from Shachi himself.
I want your love.
The only ones who could have done it are members of the Resistance.
Is it possible the culprit took the victim's gun by force? If so, a complete stranger could have done it.
But if someone tried to take his gun, I'm sure Shachi would have drawn it and threatened them. If so, the culprit would have realized their target was left-handed.
I see. That would conflict with the cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
Okay. I'm like, I'm at a dead end.
Also, the culprit issued a proclamation on behalf of the Resistance against the Peacekeepers. At the time, I didn't understand why it was sent to the Peacekeepers. But it must have been to corner Shachi by steering the Peacekeepers toward the hideout. The culprit then ambushed him when he arrived on the roof.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up there.
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the Resistance had decided on beforehand. If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be easy to shake off pursuers. As a matter of fact, the Peacekeepers were held up there. If he hadn't been killed, he would have escaped.
So all of it was calculated. Whoever it is, they are truly frightening. And that culprit is among them?
If we organize all the clues we've got so far, we can narrow down who the culprit is.
But how long will they keep running? At this rate, there's no end in sight.
I'm glad. Icardi was my least favorite of the Resistance leaders. Okay, Yuma.
Master, over there!
A giant water tank?
What?
In here, you always find the culprit if you keep solving mysteries. So the only way to catch up to them is to solve mysteries.
What would be necessary for the culprit to commit the crime?
On you, Master!
Got it.
They have to be good at swimming. Oh, and then the water will sploosh. Sploosh.
In order to commit this crime, the most important requirement is to be an excellent swimmer. Jumping from that height into a storm drain would also require training and experience.
And they'd have to
Maybe
be
they
able
had
to
high diving
survive the
experience
storm
from
drain.
swimming competitions.
We finally caught up!
The truth is crystal clear. The one who murdered Shachi
Is you. Who killed Shachi?
I wouldn't kill anyone!
There's no way I could kill Shachi.
I haven't done anything.
I didn't kill anyone! It's you, Hikari! You took advantage of your swimming skills to murder Shachi! Huh? What? No! That's insane!
He's got the evil lighting.
Culprit? That's bullshit!
Aho, aho, aho. Oh, that's a cool design.
I didn't kill Shachi! I'm not the culprit!
Such a foreboding presence. Is this the true identity of the final monster protecting the hidden treasure?
But most of the mystery has already been solved. This is just its last stand. Master, let's solve this thing once and for all!
Right. I'm not the culprit. Where's your evidence? There are other resistance members. I know. Margala is the culprit. Margala shot Shachi on the roof. This is the truth. Margala has an alibi. It's impossible for him to have done it.
Oh my god.
It's not Mar-
That's right. They all have an alibi. Because Servan is terrified of water. He's hydrophobic. So he wouldn't have jumped into the water. Margala was at his shop at the time. He has video evidence of him talking to a customer. And Iruka made the gun for him so she would know that he was left-handed. Like how his ahoge looks like a question mark. Right?
Then Iruka is the culprit. Iruka knows a lot about handling guns.
She does.
Killed Shachi.
What?
Say,
You don't have anything that can prove Iruka didn't kill Shachi, do you, Master? Oh, but what about that solution key? Didn't Iruka know Shachi was left-handed? If Iruka was the murderer, she should have put it in his left hand.
It's not Mar-
then Iruka is the culprit. Iruka knows a lot about handling guns.
I'm just... Okay, I didn't know that was gonna...
Suicide!
No, she didn't.
Flash through this mystery. Iruka designed the handgun, so she knew Shachi was left-handed. She never would have made that mistake faking his suicide.
Is it Servan now?
It's not Margot. It's not Iruka. But you still can't say I'm the culprit.
That's cool. It dove.
The culprit is Servan. He killed Chachi on the roof. And messed with the corpse. Then escaped through the drain.
This is the truth.
He did not escape through the drain. I like this. It's like we're debunking everything like power deduction.
So there's no way he would have dove into a drain.
Yeah, his Ahoge is shaped like a question mark, and Shinigami has a question mark like tattooed on her chest too. It's all symbolic and stuff.
Yuma, you did it! You defeated the monster! Huh? But what about the treasure?
That's strange. We found the culprit and also cut down his excuses. But the truth still hasn't appeared. Where is the real culprit's soul?
The countdown hasn't stopped yet. It went down by a lot again.
Perhaps there is a secret final boss in this labyrinth?
Ooh, a secret boss.
Wait.
Mysterious figure.
It's...
Stop. If anything, I'm the secret protagonist.
Moving on. This means we haven't revealed the truth of this mystery labyrinth. Maybe it's because we don't have a solid overall picture of the case.
the overall picture?
There's no mistake that Ikari made Shachi's murder look like a suicide. But we don't know why he did it. If he wanted to kill him, there are simpler ways to do it. Why bring the Peacekeepers into this?
So we need to find the motive. As long as that's an unknown, we won't reach the truth.
The water is flowing somewhere.
Oh, so it is.
I don't look at a lady's chest. I'm hella gay.
Water flows somewhere. If the mystery labyrinth is a reflection of reality, the flow of water may have some significance.
Then let's see where it leads us. This could be the path to the hidden treasure.
You know, this case seems to involve water an awful lot. The slums where the crime took place are flooded, like the entire commercial area.
Right. Given that, the truth should be wherever the water leads.
Oh shit.
A dead end? And this countdown timer... It's linked to that countdown, and it's dropping by a lot.
Hey, Master? Maybe this isn't a dead end. Maybe it's a giant bomb.
Huh? What?
Oh my! What a big, breathtaking bomb! I cannot help but be impressed.
You shouldn't be!
I'm sure this is the heart of this mystery labyrinth. So there's only one thing left to do. Master, you just gotta defuse this bomb too, like how you did in the real world.
This giant bomb?
If you can solve the mystery, the bomb will stop ticking. So really, it's no different from what you've been doing.
Good luck, Yuma. I am confident that you can do it. For you are the elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
Oh my god.
Fine, Master. You've got the best mentor there is.
Okay, I'll try.
What was the purpose of the bombing? Oh, I have to walk over to it. It was a diversion.
Seems like that was correct, yet the countdown has not stopped.
That has to mean there are more mysteries left.
Alright, Shinigami.
You mean the diversion?
Slit my throat again.
What does it mean?
Since they made me defuse the bombs, the culprit's goal wasn't destruction. They just wanted to frame me as a terrorist to put the Peacekeepers' attention on me. That's why they set up such a complex, time-consuming puzzle that had me running all around Kanai Ward.
I meant I just wanted to know the
Yeah, I was gonna say.
the word diversion.
She wanted to know what diversion meant.
What? I have to start there?
Yeah, as soon as she said, "You mean the diversion? What does it mean?" I was gonna be like, "It's a distraction," because that's clearly what her problem is.
Look, you can find her dictionary later. For now, you've got to defuse that bomb.
Right.
I apologize, Yuma. If only I could use my forte.
There's no need to apologize. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yuma.
Master, you're too reliant on others. It's about time you start doing things on your own. Well, I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
You believe? The god of darkness believes in Yuma?
Focus! You're out of time, Master. Defuse this bomb!
What was the culprit doing during the diversion? What did we do?
It looks like you won't be able to defuse this until you've unlocked it with a solution key.
What was the culprit doing during the diversion? Flooding the Marinamon district. He was flooding it so that it was there.
Stopped! You defused it!
Great work, Yuma!
Baby door.
So the culprit's real goal was to flood Marinamon district. They used the bomb threat to draw the Peacekeepers' attention toward me. Meanwhile, the culprit sabotaged the valves of the power plants and the reservoir to flood Marinamon district.
But what's the point in doing that?
Perhaps they wish to sow chaos throughout the city. The resistance was challenging the peacekeepers.
You guys already said that Marinamon district was flooded and that's why the storm drain was full.
Rather than flooding the place.
It's true. If their goal was to cause chaos, they could have just used the bombs. Considering that, the culprit must not have wanted to destroy the place.
Baby knife. Sorry, besides being hella gay, I'm also very tired. We're hella tired. Baby knife.
Wait! Please hear me out. This was Shachi's wish.
Shachi's wish?
Shachi was always fighting for the sake of Kanai Ward. He wanted to close the gap between the rich and poor. Wanted to reduce the suffering of children. This mission was to flood Marunaman district to send the rich a message. But flooding the place is just terrorism. It would only make them angry, not actually accomplish anything. So Shachi decided to offer up his life. He wanted me to kill him, to make it look like the peacekeepers did it. Shachi gave his life for this mission. If you expose the truth, this would all be for nothing.
No, you need to say it like
Are you
Deadpool.
really going
Baby
to
knife.
disregard his dying wish and his sacrifice? Now that you see the truth, please, just leave.
Baby knife.
Very well. I understand your circumstances. We shall take our leave.
No.
That's a lie. Shachi didn't want this.
What?
What?
Would you know? You know nothing about the Resistance!
I've heard him speak. Shachi valued human lives more than anything.
The Resistance isn't a terrorist group. We don't kill people.
We won't fight them with violence. It would only lead to more lives lost. We're gonna take them down the right way. The Resistance are not terrorists.
Shachi wouldn't resort to something as foul as this. Sacrifice? Dying wish? How dare you lie about that?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Paid for this. I'll expose the truth and defend Shachi's honor.
Yay, he said the thing. Ow. God Shinigami.
Let's head to the truth, Master.
Tackle. Tackle. I had to remember the buttons and it gave me the controls literally as the wall was popping up.
Stay away from me! Stop! 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 You're an outsider. What do you know? You have no idea what we went through in the slums. This is a declaration of our beliefs as part of the Resistance. We have to defeat Amaterasu
Okay.
Corporation.
Like I pressed the button.
That's why we plunged the city into chaos. Shachi gave up his own life for that. This is what Shachi wanted.
I'm pushing button.
Shachi told me to do it. This was all to defeat Amaterasu. We were in a noble battle to end the disparity between rich and poor.
We're in a noble battle to end the disparity between the rich and poor. Nope. What does Shachi want to do anyway? Did he really choose to sacrifice himself? No. Why would he flood Marinamon District? Yeah, I'm sure that was the real objective. What do you mean? There's something we saw on the way to the power plant. Flooding that area caused several of them to float out. The culprit's true objective must have been to steal them. How would you get that from this? But okay, it's the safe.
This is the truth of the case.
How would you look at the safe floating by and be like, ah, yes, his true purpose was to flood the whole district to steal the safes? Thank you.
Your plan has nothing to do with Shachi or the Resistance. You just wanted to take the safes.
I think I might just pass out before my stop. I'm so exhausted. Stay awake.
Including the bank. These safes are completely airtight, and they can actually float on water.
Oh, we did see some safes floating around Labyrinth District.
We saw one.
The culprit knew they could float, and planned to exploit that to steal all the safes from the bank. The safes would normally be too heavy to move, and they'd be easy to take if they were floating.
So, it was a bank heist?
Yes, that's right. That's the truth behind this case. You took advantage of Kanai Ward's unique features in your plan to rob the bank. This isn't what the Resistance believed in. In fact, you took advantage of their beliefs.
Then why did he kill Shachi?
We did it, Master. Now that we've exposed the truth of this case, we just need to finish off that filthy criminal.
Honk you, honk you.
Let's finish this. For Shachi. Let's go, Shinigami. I'll charge my solution blade with the facts of this case.
I really sucked in this labyrinth. But I maintain it is not entirely my fault. Some of those answers were obtuse. Alright. Yuma was brought to the Resistance hideout. Talking with Servon about the request. What did Yuma set up for the Resistance? Alright, what do we got? We've got the phone booth. We've got Submerge. Okay. Yuma places security cameras throughout Kanai Ward. Phone booth in Marinamon District. Bus stop in Gima District. Vending machine in Kamasaki District. Etheria Academy main gate. Transceiver's countdown reaches 0. Where did the bombing occur? Phone booth blows up. Yuma is a wanted fugitive. Yuma and Fibukee flee as the culprit watches from afar. The culprit loots the safe in the Resistance hideout. What weapon did the culprit obtain? Shachi's gun. Shachi's gun is taken. Heads to the hideout's rooftop. Yuma sees Shachi while fleeing to the rooftop. The waiting culprit confronts Shachi on the rooftop. The culprit shoots Shachi in the temple. Shachi never realizes that the game was rigged from the start. Yuma is surprised by a gunshot. The misdirection begins. The culprit placed the gun in which person's hand? Shachi's right hand. The crime scene is complete. I'm sorry, but how long has Icardi been hanging out with Shachi and he's never realized that he's left-handed? The culprit looks down from the rooftop. Where did the culprit flee from? Open storm drain becomes an escape route. The culprit stands at the edge of the roof. Leaps off. Lands in the storm drain. Yuma discovers Shachi's body. The hideout is blown up. The storm drain is buried under building debris. Yuma is cornered by peacekeepers on the rooftop. Yuma escapes using the emergency stairs. Yuma and Fibukee hurry to disarm the bombs. The bomb disarming duo. The culprit opens the reservoir valve. Water gushes forth. What did the culprit do in Marinamon? Submerge. Smoke rises from Marinamon Bank. Amaterasu safes float from the bank. The culprit gets the safes as planned. Who is the culprit? We don't know. Who could it be? Who could it possibly be? Alright, and then all the way back to the beginning. Because Yuma set up these surveillance cameras. Mystery unraveled. But why did he kill Shachi? Why did he have to kill Shachi? Felt like it. Oh, fair enough.
It all started with a request from the Resistance. Shachi asked me to set up security cameras around the city.
We got those cameras from someone by the name of Servone. But they had bombs inside them.
I had no idea, so I set up those camera bombs all around the city. The culprit hijacked Shachi's original plan and conducted a series of crimes. The bomb set up in the phone booth of Marinamon district exploded first. Luckily, there were no casualties. But the culprit also bombed the drain in Marinamon district at the same time.
Someone snitched and said you were responsible. But that must have been the culprit too.
Since the Peacekeepers' eyes were on me, it made it easier to pull off the rest of their crimes. The culprit took Shachi's gun and went to the roof of the Resistance hideout in Doya district.
Shachi followed soon after. I saw him being chased by the peacekeepers. The culprit was waiting there to ambush him.
I was heading up the emergency stairs to the roof, but along the way... Shachi was ambushed by the culprit and shot to death. Once it was finished, they placed the gun in Shachi's right hand to make it look like a suicide. Why borderline? With their cover set up, the culprit jumped into the open drain and escaped from the roof unseen.
I thought it was impossible to jump off the roof. was already flooded, so the drain was filled with water.
Right after the escape, I arrived on the rooftop and discovered Shaki's body.
No! Hideout exploded!
The drain was buried in the rubble from this explosion. A bomb had been set in advance to hide the killer's
That's
escape.
pretty good explosive expertise to know exactly.
Rolled around town trying to defuse the bombs. The culprit took advantage of the chaos to open the valve of the reservoir upstream from the power plant.
Since the drain had been dammed in the explosion, when all that backup water had even more added to it, Marinamon district became totally drenched in shit.
Right, it became a drenched city.
That's not what I said.
Marinamon district is now flooded. Many facilities have safes made by Amaterasu Corporation. The banks are no exception.
These safes are heavy and difficult to move, but because they're so airtight, they can float on water.
As a result, they all floated out of the flooded banks. Collecting these safes was the culprit's true goal.
Sinking an entire district just to be a small-time looter. I can't tell if the guy thinks big or small.
Seriously.
The only ones who could commit these crimes were the resistance leaders with access to Shachi's gun.
And only one guy was a good enough swimmer to dive right into the drain.
Oh, good. He will be here for us to watch him die.
Shachi really did try to save the city. The culprit not only took over his plan, but killed and framed him.
This criminal lost his pride and dignity as a member of the Resistance, becoming nothing more than a money grubber. And his true identity is...
Icardi! It was you!
Finished!
I hate this city. I was sick of all of Shachi's idealistic nonsense. Fighting the peacekeepers wouldn't have changed anything. That's why I was gonna take the money and get out of here. It's this city that's wrong. This rotten place.
Is this the hidden treasure? It is far different than what I was imagining.
I think so. I felt the same way when I first saw one.
So, this is it. I was not much help after all. I relied on you the entire time, Yuma.
That's not true. You're a great partner, Fibukee.
You better be awake, Sora. Don't want to miss your stop.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really, really.
I am grateful to have joined you on this adventure, Yuma. I think it helped me grow as a person. Just a little bit.
Well, you are gonna forget all of it soon. Huh? What?
I am sorry for being so rude to you.
What?
I assumed you were a vulgar god of darkness, based solely on your looks.
Yeah, that's pretty rude of you.
But now
Viking,
I realize
alright.
that you have been a wonderful guide. When you said you believed in Yuma, I realized there was a bond of trust between the two of you. And now, frankly, I adore you. Please consider being my friend.
You're gonna forget it all anyway.
I am not
One
sheltered.
day, I hope to be a great adventurer and detective, just like you. A labyrinth-delving elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light. You truly are amazing, Yuma.
That title is getting way too long.
Enough chit-chat. It's time for the part you've all been waiting for.
Huh? What is it? What is about to happen? Wait a minute. Do you mean we are going to leap into the basin?
No. It's time to boom kill the bad guy. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul shivering. Shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Through to the final mystery labyrinth.
KO. Fibukee thinks an apple costs as much as a car?
We've returned from the mystery labyrinth, but we're still in grave danger. How do we get out of this?
Master, now that I think about it, the culprit isn't here, so there's no way you can prove your innocence. Solving the mystery labyrinth doesn't help in this situation one bit.
Cool. Great. Thanks.
Come on! Why do we do all that work to discover the truth?
That is what it is. Never give up, Master.
But this time, we're done for.
We're done for.
Dominic, poke nuts and crush their little heads. What?
That's enough.
Hey, Halara. And Yasuhiko.
Waiting, my man. You too, princess. Yasuhiko! Halara!
The both of you are safe.
What do you think of my grand entrance? Fitting for a charismatic leader, no?
Master detectives with the same unlike eccentric.
Hey, big guy! You're messing with the wrong dude. The criminal you're looking for is right here.
What?
Oh god, they must be terrified. They're like all fucking handcuffed and he just dies.
Yoko! And,
Vivia, did you forget already? I haven't had much screen time, and It's hard to remember, so I don't blame you. I was worried about you, Fibukee. And the train, too, I guess.
I guess.
I'm kidding, just joking around.
Everyone is safe. Oh, what a relief.
Wait, you're gonna cry? Master, you're gonna cry? Where did you all come from? You know what'll happen if you interfere with the peacekeepers!
Like I said, you're messing with the wrong dude. What's who planted those bombs for the resistance people on that boat over there? Too bad one of them died from a heart attack. I have no idea why. But if you run an autopsy, you'll find that the cause of death wasn't a homicide.
In other words, Yuma is innocent. Or do peacekeepers punish the innocent?
Oh.
You can prove his innocence?
You heard her. You got something to say?
I was threatened by Hikari to make those devices. I didn't know what was going on. It's true. I didn't know about the big robbery. And I didn't think that would happen to Shachi. It was all set up by Hikari. Please! I'll confess everything I know. Please spare my life.
And get me away from all this water.
Captured them on a boat in front of the bank. Safe deposit boxes owned by the wealthy were floating nearby. They were caught red-handed. One can conclude that the events in question were all part of a bank robbery planned by Ikari.
The leader of the resistance was also murdered to pin the crimes on him.
After stealing the safes, they were planning to leave Kanaimor via the waterway. Ironically, Ikari died of a sudden seizure. Trying to take more money than you can carry will only lead to your own downfall. Seems like an expensive lesson.
What about the other leaders of the resistance? Margala and Aruka. You're saying they had nothing to do with it?
Yes.
Anyway, we're taking Yuma with us. You got no problem with that, right? My terrifying kid.
Alrighty, gang. Looks like we're free to go.
Yes.
The peacekeeper lady's still staring at me. Maybe she's in love with me. I don't know about that.
Ah, I missed the labyrinth.
Resistance.
Yeah, you did.
The rest is up to the peacekeepers.
I even had to
Come on,
restart.
everyone. Let's go.
I think this solves the case for the time being.
It's fine. Also, it's good you missed the labyrinth. That labyrinth was a shit show.
Another person died. No. I committed murder. Just because he committed a crime doesn't make it right for me to kill him.
You didn't. Shinigami
Took
did.
advantage of Shachi's death, and I hunted him down without hesitation. And thanks to that, another life was lost.
Why do you look so sad? Are you always like this when you solve a case?
Oh yeah, it was. This was by far the worst case in the game. It was, yeah.
You weren't in the wrong. I think you did the right thing.
Huh?
Even if others disagree, I will always say that you were right. So
Like, it was a good mystery, but
don't
the
make that face.
the labyrinth itself sucked.
Thank you, Kurumi. If you ask me if what I did was right or wrong, I don't think I was in the right.
That's not true. Because
But I don't need to be right. I need to have conviction.
conviction?
The strength of a heart that refuses to yield.
I think the
No
mystery
matter
itself
the
sucked too.
situation. Or maybe it's like a detective's creed. Something to guide me when I don't know what to do. It's something I don't have yet. I don't know where to return when stuff like this happens.
I'm saying, like, the answers to some of the questions were bad.
Yuma,
Like,
you saved me because you
made
wanted
no
to help
sense.
someone, didn't you? Then you got dragged into this mess because you wanted to help the resistance and the people
Also, how many
themselves.
gardening linners
That has nothing
are we
to
gonna
do with
pass
being
by?
a detective. It's what any human would normally do.
Is that so? A detective with the conviction to do what any human would normally do is a wonderful thing. This is embarrassing, so I'll only say this once. Even if you deny it yourself, I believe you are in the right. That's why I hope you'll always be a detective.
Serious injury in battle and became a cyborg. That's the rumor going around the company anyway.
That was close. But we managed this time around. Sheesh.
Hello, Sora. Oh, hey. Sora, you finally made it.
Troublemaker for us. Yuma, the way you keep dragging us into trouble is pure genius.
Oh, so flattering.
It wasn't a compliment.
Jeez, you're lucky we even noticed what happened.
Speaking of, where were you all? I searched all over town for you.
That's what I want to ask. I told you about the emergency meeting place for this sort of stuff.
Meeting place? Huh?
The multi-purpose building where the detective agency used to be. I brought you there the day you arrived. Huh? I didn't tell you?
This is the first time I've heard about it.
Seriously? I see. Guess I forgot to mention it. Then again, you did arrive late to Kanai Ward. Yeah, that must be it. Yep.
Yep,
Wait,
totally.
you're just sweeping it under the rug? I was in a lot of trouble back there.
Sorry about that. Well, everyone's okay, so it's all good.
It's all good.
Still, weren't you with him, Fibukee? I know I told you about the meeting place.
Yep, I just remembered right now.
Figures. Well, I'm glad to see you're safe too, Fibukee.
Still, I'm surprised you weren't fooled by the bomb threat and saw the real motive was the bank robbery.
That's because a certain sleepyhead woke up today.
Vivia just like wakes up and he's like, oh, it's
Arrived
bank
at the truth
robbery.
This time, thanks to Vivia's investigation.
What is Vivia's power?
So that unmotivated anemic vampire helped?
I was just lucky. I noticed the abnormal water levels. Saw the hydroelectric power plant's drainage channel from above.
From above.
From above?
I just happened to see it from a bird's eye view. Observation is the foundation to being a detective. To a detective, the act of deduction is like a game. And the truth is what a detective desires. Like a precious stone, it's something I desire if I stare at it too long. So, dreaming about it is enough for me.
He's got
Because
astral projection.
it's a pain in the ass.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you?
He has astral projection. He's a narcoleptic with astral projection.
His statements aren't really based on logic.
I want to die someday.
He's incomprehensible as usual, but it's amazing how he solved the case by himself.
Hey, Master? This guy is...
Asleep.
What is it?
Never mind. Maybe it's my imagination.
Anyway, that solves it. Now we should...
Oh. Shit.
Whoa, what? I thought we were done here! Hey, sewer rats.
You! Yumi Hellsmile, director of the Peacekeepers. What is he doing here?
Damn. How did the city end up like this? Why are a bunch of terrorists getting in our way? Why is Kanai Ward being destroyed? I was finally able to guide this foolish city down the right path. I keep saying I'll teach these fools what law and order is all about. But now, there's another bunch who defy me, disrupting the peace in the city! Hey! Why is that? When will peace finally come to this place?
Now? I understand you're irritated, but let's all relax for a second.
So what do you want, Buzz?
Hand over that terrorist immediately. Otherwise, you will all receive the death penalty.
Huh?
Death penalty?
When you say terrorist, you mean Yuma? Because that issue has been resolved already.
Regardless of who the mastermind is, the fact of the matter is, he planted bombs around the city. You think you can just plead ignorance? Even small crimes cannot go unpunished. That is the meaning of justice.
No, but he...
Chief, let me go.
Don't get hasty. This is just an excuse to capture you.
But at this rate, everyone here will be arrested.
I've already told you that self-sacrifice is worthless here. I can neutralize them all in under 25 seconds.
Knock it off, Halara. How many of us would also die in that same amount of time?
If things go bad, then I will turn back time.
If you can take it out first, it's the end for all of us. I won't make such a dangerous bet.
What do we do? Everyone's gonna get killed at this rate! If I turn myself in, at least everyone else will be spared. The rest is up to you guys.
Yuma! Master, it is too dangerous to let yourself get captured by them!
Let's plan out loud so the Peacekeepers can hear what we're going to do. Alright, so Halara, you go left, and Fibukee, you stay in back, because if they shoot you, we lose automatically. We have to make sure that they don't know about that. I can turn back time. I'm sure this won't be used against me, right?
Let's just turn tail and flee! Even if you're the only one who escapes!
I won't abandon them.
Keep letting everyone take advantage of you!
Wait, Yuma. In that case, I'll go with you.
What are you saying? You have nothing to do with this, Chief.
Don't be dumb. I'm the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, and you're one of my detectives. It's only right for me to take responsibility.
All right, filthy maggots. Are you done playing around? You'll reconsider your beliefs after a single night. Once you go through my torture, not only will you sell out your friends, you'll beg me to kill them to save yourself.
I can reduce to 20 seconds. Kazuhiko, Livia, please look after the others.
I guess we have to do this.
This is such a pain. Where has my peace and quiet gone?
Freeze! If you resist, you'll be executed on the spot.
Stay back! Don't touch my master!
Oh, hey. Nagito. Tired. The chapter's almost over. And then you can go to sleep. And slurp well.
The masked man.
Oh my. Even though we're friends, you've already forgotten my name? I'm Makoto Kagutsuchi. What is it? Oh, you want to know about this hot air balloon? Cool, huh? I flew here from the tower.
From the tower?
Looks more like Hinata. Yeah.
What do you want?
Hello, Yomi. I'll take care of the rest, so we can leave now.
You intend to let these criminals run free? Just because you're the CEO of Amaterasu doesn't give you free rein to disrupt Kanai Ward's peace.
Amaterasu CEO? Is this weird guy in a mask?
Yeah.
Hey, Yuma, where did you meet such a big shot?
It just sorta happened.
Hello, detectives. This is the
It's the
first time we've
Komahina love
met.
child everyone
Besides
wants.
you. Huh? You want to know why I'm wearing this mask? Well, I was born a prince in a certain nation, but while still young, I was dragged into a revolution. The nation was overthrown and the royal family had their titles stripped away. My family was killed. I was the only one spared. The revolutionaries imprisoned me because they had other plans. I was forced to wear a mask to conceal my face. That mask was designed to never come off.
Then how do you eat?
And now, the mask has become my face.
He's talking way too long, and none of it sounds true at all.
It's a completely different explanation than he gave earlier.
Changed from last time.
Yeah.
I didn't ask about your history. Hand them over.
Yomi, I don't want to quarrel with you here. I really would hate for things to escalate. Just this once, may I ask you to withdraw? Please.
You get one. There won't be a second. As for you sewer rats, you best be prepared. The next time you catch my eye, there will be no mercy.
Dreams Behind the Mask starts
If you
playing.
don't like it, go back to the sewers.
Makoto Kagutsuchi, did you remember your normal pills?
Phew! That clears my vision up. There were too many people for me to see behind this mask. Now that things are all resolved, let's walk home.
Hey, wait a minute.
What? Why would you have to remind me of the normal pills?
Seems like a lot has happened since we first met. The look on your face has changed. Did you get taller?
I doubt I could grow taller in such a short time, but a lot has happened. Are you really the CEO of Amaterasu, sir?
No need for formalities. Call me Makoto. And yes, it's true.
That means you're the top-ranking person at Amaterasu Corporation, right?
I guess you could put it that way.
I thought he worked there, but who could have guessed he was so high up the ladder?
You said you wanted to stop the Peacekeepers, but don't you have the authority to dismiss them yourself?
A company isn't that simple. One careless act, and I'd be the one dismissed. The power in Amaterasu Corporation is currently imbalanced and very fragile. At this rate, it
I
won't
don't know
be
how the
long until we control
normies
everything.
can just think and remember, right?
I see.
If you want to strike the Peacekeepers, you must gather all the firepower you can and take them out in a single shot.
That's why I've been building this giant
Anything else
cannon.
will be like cutting off a lizard's tail. Yomi is the Peacekeeper's heart and brain. He'll be unscathed. If I could gather evidence of his evil actions, I'd declare his exile publicly for the world to see. In any case, you can speak to me when you require help. I'll run to your aid with my awesome hot air balloon. Or shall I say fly? The Peacekeepers may have me beat in numbers, but my love for Kanai Ward rivals them.
What do you mean your mind doesn't bounce all over the place and you don't end up spacing out during important moments? My coworker who left today knew exactly how it functioned. How'd the dance go?
Right.
Well, I'll excuse myself now.
Hey, hold on! There's still more we need to go over.
I'm sorry, but it's time for prayer. I pray for Kanai Ward's peace across all districts. I pray each hour of the day, so I am rather busy. I must hurry back.
He doesn't intend on taking us seriously.
Goodbye.
Oh, by the way, you should check out where your agency used to be.
Huh? Why?
It's a surprise.
I made you a new sub.
Sounds kind of shady.
They forgot,
Guess I can play
and I
along.
didn't remind them.
We have nowhere to go right now anyway.
I'd say, but you put so much effort into learning that dance, but apparently you didn't have to put that much effort in.
Are you kidding me? It's completely back to normal. Is this the CEO's true power?
His cursed powers have conjured a submarine.
Oh, my agency!
I can't be genuinely happy about this. It may be bugged to eavesdrop on us.
Is my beautiful bed of peace and quiet still there?
The fireplace?
Not, then let me die.
You didn't put in any effort? Exactly. You need sleep, you have to get up early for soccer?
Chief, there's a letter here.
I don't want to keep you up.
It's from Pinto.
Let's see what it says.
To the detectives of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. This is my gift to you for solving this case. It is proper payment for your work, so please accept it.
Wow, Yako, you
The souls
really,
of Kanai Ward's residents are with you. Their war carries on.
you're good at mimicking
I
his
have high
voice.
hopes for you all.
How are you
From
doing the echo?
highest point in Kanai Ward, with love,
With love.
Makoto Kagutsuchi.
High hopes. Why would the CEO of Amaterasu say that about us?
Didn't they, like, establish in this chapter that Amaterasu is not in charge and it's the peacekeepers that are, like, controlling Amaterasu?
Well, he did ask us to accept this, so I guess we'll take the submarine.
He must be planning to manipulate us in the power struggle for the company. This will come at a high price.
How did he know what the inside of the sub looked like?
He had an odd base for someone who is supposedly a CEO.
No, that was clearly a mask.
A mask? What is that?
you take care of this?
Me?
I'll explain it. Fibukee, so a mask is...
Wait, why did you follow us here? Don't you know this is our top secret detective agency?
Not very top secret.
That's really small stuff. Besides, an informant is practically a detective anyway. Right, Yuma?
Huh? You gotta be kidding me. You two still have the hots for each other. I guess it's fine. I support you. You're a fully Desahiko approved couple.
Wait! A couple? I love it! Master is far together for this!
Yeah, something's up with Vivian. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, I just remembered. When I was watching from above, a resident said something that was rather concerning.
You said above again. What does that even mean?
Sorry, Yuma. I'm so tired I don't want to talk more than I need to.
Alright, let's focus on the important information.
Yeah, what did you hear?
What did you hear that concerned you?
It's about that homunculus research.
What? What'd you learn? What'd you learn?
Mention that. Anyway, let's speak with Vivia.
The resident is an old man.
Margala?
He used to work for Amaterasu Corporation. According to him, something happened 10 years ago. Amaterasu set up a secret lab somewhere in Kanai Ward.
Laboratory number 5?
Homunculus research. That lab still exists somewhere.
A secret lab for homunculus research? That sounds super shady. It's exactly what we're looking for.
Looks like we need to search for that lab to figure out Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Very well. I shall personally go and find the secret lab. I'll help too! After all, I am Kanai Ward's greatest informant.
Alright. Garumi, I need you to keep the reins on Yuma so he doesn't get in trouble again.
You got it! Now, let's go investigate, Yuma!
Hey!
You don't have my permission for this, you know!
I see. So, that's the cursed book of death.
I'm gonna say
It's dangerous.
Vivian knows something.
Very dangerous.
And if he's an astral projection,
So dangerous. It could destroy Kanai Ward. Or even the world.
then he'd be able to see spirits.
I must do something.
Whoa, how's that for a cliffhanger? Really? 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 Yeah. Not bad. Sass. Again, I got a sea bass. So I sucked at... Huh. Not bad. Chapter 3, No Longer a Detective. In the section on Matt, Chapter 4. Congratulations, you now officially cleared the slog of this game. Things will pick up going forward. Nice! Perfect. But now is a good place to stop. Next time, though, I will be continuing with Chapter 4. But thank you to anyone who tunes in. Hope you enjoyed. Good night. Slurp well. And don't flood an entire district of your city in order to steal safes that really wouldn't float anyway. Don't kill people. Yes, don't kill people unnecessarily. Yeah, that's probably a better one.